Good morning. Welcome to the next episode of Sunday Breakfast. I know it's been a while. As always, we got Lila behind the camera, and today we're going to be making a tribute. In America we got devastating news this week, and something that I think has really touched all of us in a major way, and it's that the Taco Bell has discontinued the Mexican pizza, and it will no longer be serving that delicious masterpiece at any one of their thousands of locations across the world. So I wanted to pay a tribute to that and make a breakfast skin pizza that's going to have some homemade tortillas. It'll be the base with my masa flour. I've actually crumbled up some Doritos Locos tacos. Crumbled up some Flaming Hot Doritos, nacho flavor. Incorporate that hopefully into the tortilla. We're going to fry that up. Got various cheeses and stuff, but actually the first thing we're working on right now is, while we've got some bacon cooking down over there, some water simmering that's going to be for our sauce, and I've got some chorizo, beef, and onion mixture cooking there. That'll be the base for our Mexican pizza. So right now I've got some El Guapo Pasillo Ancho chili pods, and that's these are dried poblano peppers, which are usually sort of mild. And then I'm gonna cut it open, and then I've never made this before. I have no idea how it's gonna work. I'm kind of making it up as I go. I don't really have much of a plan, and so I think you're supposed to take seeds out and stuff, but whatever. Cut it open like this. So then you put it in the water and reconstitute it. So I want to make good enchilada sauce. I don't want to make like this, like just go buy it. So I thought, there we go, there's some seeds. Get rid of the seeds. Doesn't matter if there's a few, I suppose. It gives a rustic appearance, right? So we got that. And you guys are going like, wow, did they make El Guapo? That means the handsome. And I said, I know, what a coincidence that I would be buying those to use to cook breakfast. So you must have known I was. All right, so we've de-seeded all of our ancho chilies here, and we're going to go put them into the water here to kind of boil and reconstitute themselves. And so then once we do that, we're gonna put them in the blender and make our sauce. As you can see, we've got some ground beef and chorizo starting to cook with some onion mixture. And another thing I forgot is we're gonna include some beans. I'm not gonna make any fresh refried beans, so I just bought a can. So we'll just reheat those off camera because I don't think that's very interesting at all. So we've got that stuff going now, and then we'll move on to making our tortilla. But before we do that, important safety tip. You saw me handle those chilies with my bare hands, and generally gloves are recommended. I didn't think about it until after the fact, but it's very important to wash your hands after you touch any sort of chili like that, the inside of a chili in particular, because it'll burn. And definitely, men, wash your hands before you go to the bathroom after handling chilies. You have to use your imagination on that. It's a family show. Okay, so we're taking some of our instant masa flour. I'm going to do 1 cup of masa flour and 3/4 cups of water. So I'm just kind of trying to get a nice mixture. Here's my Flaming Hot Doritos that I've crushed up pretty finely. I'm going to add in some more of this. Yes, that's pretty close. And we can add some more in here like that. So there's our mixture. Add a little bit more, because I really want some color. I want it to turn out nice and red. The key is not to do too much of this because I have a fear that it's not going to stick. So we do that, and then I'm going to get 3/4 cup of water. Let me look at the recipe else on here. No, easy. So 3/4 cup of water. And I'm going to pour it in slowly. And tortillas are made with your hand. Sorry. You guys also want me to wash my hands, so we're good, right?
Yeah.
So, you really gotta feel the consistency. And any of our Hispanic viewers are probably going like, my grandma, mi abuela would be rolling over in her grave. She saw him doing this, and I agree. She would. Alright, so you can see that our chorizo beef mixture is pretty well cooked, so we're going to turn that off and let it chill for a bit. Then we've got our peppers have been sort of reconstituted with that, so we're going to take these over here to our blender. For those of you that have seen me use the blender before in making dishes, you'll say, wait a minute, why isn't he in the garage? Good question. Mrs. Ensley is out of town this weekend. She's up in Big Bear, where it's only in the 80s instead of in the 110. So I'm going to add some onion to this. And then, I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. I really don't have a recipe. I'm thinking I'm probably going to add some olive oil.
Good.
Tell me so you see his face.
I still need to season it. Some salt, that much. Pepper, that much. I don't know. I probably, ideally, I should have some fresh garlic. I don't, so some garlic powder is gonna have to do. Garlic. Again, somebody's grandma's not appreciating my efforts here because this is not authentic, I assume. So when it gets closer in time, we're going to.
Well, neither is Taco Bell.
I know. That's right. Good point, Lila. Is that we're paying tribute to Taco Bell. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on this blender, and I'm hoping it arrives at the right consistency. I didn't want to put too much water in it, but I want it to be nice and rich and thick and luscious, and hopefully it tastes good. Ah, there's one thing I forgot. I just thought like WWBFD. You edited that out. No. And so I thought WWBFD. That stands for What Would Bobby Flay Do? A little bit of honey, right? Sure. There we go. I think that'll be good. So, plug your ears. Here goes nothing.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I mean, look at
that
that.
Smells good.
And look at that. Perfect consistency. Exactly what I wanted. Let me see.
Does it taste good?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Can I have some? Or is it too spicy?
No, I don't think it's too spicy.
Ah.
It needs something though. I'm thinking about what it needs. getting you a spoon. We're all out of spoons.
Let's see.
If you notice, we're very environmentally conscious in the Hensley home. So again, we're making this up, but this is sort of the trial and error of it. There you go, Lana.
Thank you.
It's real smoky. It needs a little bit of brightness. Tastes like good enchilada sauce, though, huh? Okay, so
Tastes really good.
that's good. All right. Okay, so we've got our enchilada sauce going. I added a touch more salt and some lemon juice to it. It's always good just to, when in doubt, add a little acid. So I'm making these. I want to make these fairly small Mexican pizzas. I want to have 2 eggs on the plate with the thing. So I'm trying to get these to be sort of small, about the size of an egg. That would be over easy. Okay, so I've got our first one here. I've got some oil going, and since it's a fresh tortilla and hasn't been grilled on a flat top yet, it might puff up a little bit, which I'm kind of hoping for. I think that'd be kind of cool. So let's see. This is science. We're just learning as we go.
Chemistry.
I have no idea how this is going to work. This is just some regular vegetable oil. Yeah, it started to puff up a little bit, I think. But even if it doesn't, it'll still be fine. But I am actually pleased with the color, though. I was kind of worried as I thought about this. I was worried that it was going to be too, wasn't going to be red enough. I'm actually glad with it. So I'm going to take this out. Put it there to drain.
Oh my gosh. Amateur hour.
Hey now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.
Have you ever made tortillas?
Yeah, I've made them before. I made the tortillas when I made puffy tacos, which is sort of the same way. Except I didn't add anything to it to make it. I just use regular tortilla dough, and then you fry them and makes it fluffy, and then you actually go and make a crease in them to make it shaped like a taco. But this is a little bit different. So I think that's going to be good. Take that over there like that, and my salt's still over here. The salt's the right way because you want all that stuff to.
Are you gonna make tortilla chips out of the tortilla dough that's left?
So that would be like inception of, hey, I'm gonna take Doritos that are already a chip and remove them.
But add
Crush them up
tortillas?
and add tortillas to it and then make them into a chip.
Yeah.
That seems kind of a roundabout way to do things.
It's chipception.
The world. My final message. Goodbye.
Chipception. In honor of Christopher Nolan's new movie out in the theaters that I've yet to go see because my bride is out of town. So when she gets back, I'm sure we'll go see it. She comes back tomorrow night. I'm very excited. I missed her.
What's that noise?
Not just because I'm holding down the fort by myself.
What's that stranger noise?
See, one thing I've noticed in dealing with putting the Doritos into the thing is it made it a lot more difficult to work with. So I'm kind of having to spread it out and then refold it in because it doesn't want to stick together as much. But again, I'm not worried about like precise shape. You know, I'm not selling these in a grocery store. Almost a little charming to have, you know, some flaws and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
it lets you know it's homemade. All right, so it's time to build our Mexican pizza. We had a casualty when I was picking up the one of the other tortillas. Instead of doing 2 sets of 2, I'm going to do 1 triple layer. We start with some beans, and then we're going to get some of this mixture of the beef and chorizo, a little bit of a breakfast twist. And I mean, I dare not even try to replicate the amazing goodness and whatever type of meat that is that they put in Taco Bell food. So we got that there. So this is sort of like your typical Mexican pizza at this point. The beef and that.
You should.
What's that?
You know what you should do? You should tag Taco Bell. Hashtag bring back the Mexican pizza. I bet that'd do something.
I'll leave that to my social media team. So then I'm gonna add some of the sauce because why not?
Okay.
And then next level, this, do the same thing. Again, these really fresh, homemade beans from a can. So we're gonna build this here, and then we're gonna add some stuff to it. We're gonna put it on in the oven for a little bit to get cheese to melt and such.
Okay.
Oven preheated to about, I got it at like 325. I just put it in there like that, and I'll turn on the light. I just want the cheese melts, so I'll just be kind of looking at that. Get this out of the way. So the last thing we're gonna do, and I got this going here, is I want to make put a nice sunny side up egg on top. I think, and there's some other things we're gonna do to prep. I'm just going to put it in that same oil that we had for the. We're going to have a sunny side up egg on top of this. So the best way to cook a sunny side up egg is low and slow. Where's my seasoning? Pepper and a little bit of salt, that much, and lid. It's on low. So we got our thing cooking in there. So now we're going to be thinking about plating. Garnish it with some cotija cheese, some chives, and I think that's it. Casualty of chives there. Chives are really good. I like them. Versatile. I probably should have had some cilantro for this because it's, Mexican food, but I thought the green onion kind of chiviness would go better with it, so I got the chives. Plus, they're good on like egg sandwiches and when I make scrambled eggs and stuff. So they're good to have around. It's also a good idea to not chop your finger off. So there's that. Let's check. Okay. All right, so our Mexican pizza, breakfast style tribute, is ready. The cheese is out. I've got my egg here is done. He wants to be famous on the video, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Liam helped make the Norwegian pancakes we made this morning, huh? You made them all and you put chocolate chips in it? Uh-huh. You like to cook like your dad? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to take this and carefully transfer it onto our cast iron skillet. And then we're going to see. Now this is where I struggle. Do I add more sauce? Or do I just add chives to the top and so it could tea hot cheese?
Or
'Cause you
the-
need, I don't know. Whatever. We'll do chives. There we go. So we get some chives on there. And then just a little dusting. Tea hot cheese. And there you have it. My tribute to the timeless, irreplaceable Taco Bell Mexican pizza. So just like a Marvel movie, you have the after the credits scene, and I'm like, I've got this crushed up stuff here. And there we go.
This looks like the perfect Taco Bell
Perfect.
Mexican pizza.
There we go. So, thanks for watching. Tell Lila what a great job she did when you are looking at it and how she edited it and the great jokes that she comes up with. And I'm going to go eat this and take a nap.